Usually, my personal specialty when it comes to analyzing media comes in the form of breaking apart densely layered shows and detailing exactly what they do to create the stories that we all fall in love with. This is the kind of enjoyment I get when watching shows like Attack on Titan, Serial Experiments Lain, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. However, I can't always be in the mood to watch such engrossing shows because they take at least a small degree of effort to fully enjoy. After watching a few episodes, I don't feel fully satisfied until I've chewed on the content for a bit and thought about what it was trying to say and how it conveyed that message. Because of this, I've cultivated a strong appreciation for more relaxed shows that don't offer as much to unpack. So in the spirit of my love for more chill shows, I want to do things a little bit differently this week and put a short spotlight on what I consider to be the pinnacle of relaxing content, Yuru Camp. While it may not have the complex lore or deep symbolism that other shows have, I think it offers a completely different and equally valid form of entertainment that is extremely overlooked in Western audiences. Now, if you saw my slice of life video that I did in the past, you'll know that I am a massive fan of the genre. I have seen more slice of life shows than I wish to admit, and honestly, even the mid ones are still pretty enjoyable. Last year specifically marked a renaissance for my love of slice of life because of how much of a hell 2020 was to live through. But like a light at the end of a dark tunnel, we were rewarded this season with Yuru Camp Season 2. And it is everything I wanted it to be, which is to say, just more Yuru Camp. Now, there are a few key things that I love about this show, and what better place to start than the atmosphere. Each episode marks the beginning of a new adventure in a new campsite, which means we get the opportunity to see a variety of natural landscapes that all look and feel amazing. The serene beauty of the Japanese countryside is the perfect backdrop for a comfortable show like this, as its calming aura sets the tone for a smooth 24-minute chill session. Scenes that we get to see early on depicting Mount Fuji give off a really cool and breathtaking vibe, while more simple shots like the sunrise over a lake provide an equally enchanting and peaceful environment. The show never slows down on these sights and always delivers on some beautiful landscape shots that are enough to settle anybody right down. In fact, the beauty of these scenes leads me perfectly into my next point, the animation. While I'm sure we all love our Sakuga-filled scenes like we see in Jujutsu Kaisen or Kimetsu no Yaiba, sometimes those high-budget, fast-moving scenes are just incompatible with more slow-paced shows like Yuru Camp. While some would call this an outright step down in animation quality, I think it makes up for the lack of these fast-moving Sakuga moments with a much more fitting approach to animation. Instead, we're treated to gorgeous stills of the environments that the characters go camping in. From quiet forests to rushing rivers, Yuru Camp makes it a point to capture the natural beauty of the land and evokes the same emotional response you find when actually traveling. Now, by no means is this single anime a proper replacement for actually seeing these places in real life, but it provides a detailed and true-to-life depiction of the scenery. It isn't very dramatized, and as a result, the animation is cohesive with the tone of the show, a relaxed animation style to fit a relaxed story. Speaking of that story, breathtaking views of the countryside are not enough alone to carry a story, and that is exactly where our characters come in. With any slice of life show, the cast is extremely important, as there will be little narrative-focused plot to carry intrigue. This means characters must be likable enough to keep the show fun, even when not much is happening. Shows like Lucky Star make use of specific cultural theming and references to keep the audience entertained, while more recent shows like Dragon Maid put a fantasy spin on things in order to spice up the moment-to-moment interactions. In Yuru Camp's case, the spice added to the slice of life formula is the camping. Not many anime depict camping as the main attraction, so getting to see some of Japan's most beautiful sights in an animated form factor is really unique and fun. However, none of the aforementioned shows can live on just that extra spice alone, and as such, successful slice of life stories must feature characters that are fun to be around. While I genuinely love every character in this show, none embodies the spirit of slice of life more than Nadeshiko. She is cute, fun, adds personality to the group, and really does a lot to brighten up any scene she is in. This kind of character is core to slice of life because they represent a simple contentedness with life that can sometimes be hard to find in other anime and in real life. In fact, all of the characters in the show represent that contentedness in their own ways. For example, you have Rin's calm demeanor and affinity for solo camping. She's totally happy just to take a small camping setup and some food plus a book and just enjoy her time alone. But while every character is representative of this theme, I believe that Nadeshiko is the most distilled and pure embodiment of it. Nothing can ever get her down, and even when she's in an uncomfortable situation, she's always happy just to be there. This is also represented in how food is presented. When she is around, any kind of food can look like a 5-star dish simply from how much she enjoys it. Rin even points this out in one of the first episodes. Put simply, she is a representation of everything that makes slice of life characters fun to watch. Now I know that slice of life isn't everyone's cup of tea, and while Yuru Camp may be lacking in the depth and layers that a show like Attack on Titan has, it makes up for it with an atmosphere that is unparalleled, even by other slice of life shows. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, obviously I'm someone who loves a good show with deeper meanings and many different facets to examine. However, I also believe in the concept of art that serves the purpose of pure entertainment. Not every show has to be the next Neon Genesis Evangelion to be considered good, and sometimes the simple pleasure gained from watching a more grounded, down-to-earth show like this can be exactly what you need in the moment. While I love shows like Eva and Attack on Titan, which are both deeply gripping and fun to examine under a microscope, the fact of the matter is, I'm not always in the mood to watch such dense materials, so shows like Yuru Camp offer a chance to just relax and enjoy a show for the mood that it gives you. You don't really need to spend a whole lot of time thinking about the plot or the character dynamics after each episode to fully follow along, because nothing is really that complicated. It's the perfect show just to throw on when you've had a long day and you just want a relaxing pick-me-up. Nothing heavy, nothing dense, just enjoyment for its own sake. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I'm trying something a little bit new with this video, so let me know if you like the shorter form content. Don't worry, longer videos on more complex stories aren't going anywhere. I just wanted to highlight something a bit more casual this week, as I've really been enjoying Yuru Camp Season 2. Anyway, if you liked what I had to say, be sure to leave a like so I know I'm doing something right. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Also, I have a Twitter and an Instagram if that is something that interests you. Links to those will be below. But with all that YouTube stuff out of the way, I just want to say thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.